Okay, here's another reading. Daily log for May 21st, 1978. I nearly lost out on my record. I was just about to hop into bed when I remembered. We had ward conference today. President Summers spoke of the absurdities of some people and their swallowing a camel. My paraphrasing. Brother Thompson was released as second counselor in the bishopric, and Brother Amsden was called and sustained. I sang. Judy and Nancy played prelude and postlude. Beautiful. Judy is tired, however. Red Sox split a doubleheader today, 21 lost, 9-3 victory. I have middle school team. Sometimes I can't quite understand his context. I have brackets middle school team close brackets. So he says I have 3 home games this week. So he's a coach. He's a middle school baseball coach. I have 3 home games this week. I should have a practice tomorrow afternoon, but Judy and Nancy and Belinda and Becky are going to Manchester, so I have to get home early. My entry is shorter today. I must remain undisturbed by no possibilities of singing for a living during the summer months. Good night. Daily log, May 22nd, 1978. The thoughts of another school year sometimes depress me. If I continue in a routine similar to this year's routine, I'll wish I had made a change. However, a change is in the realm of possibility because Mike Burnham is planning for me to teach economics next year. A bigger change would be for me to teach in Utah. I mailed the final papers to Utah today. Maybe the quote thoughts will not depress me. Whatever. And he put exclamation points on whatever. I hope everyone enjoyed family night. Once again, the theme was on scriptures. Donald called too, and this was appreciated. He is in Greenville, Maine this evening. We missed him at family night. They had a rough flight, flew at 10,000 feet to get out of the turbulence. Donald upchucked twice. I remember doing that. To get out of the turbulence. Donald upchucked twice. This was his baptism of flying. But we will make the grade. But he will make the grade. He is a good boy. I am very proud of all my children. Cindy wrote a fine letter to the Manchester Union today. Becky did very well at her piano recital. Tammy had a fine dancing lesson. I am very happy with them. The Bruins evened the series yesterday. Gesturm, okay. He writes all over the place. It's very hard to follow him. He said the Bruins evened the series yesterday. As happenings come to mind, I write them down. That's why my daily entries may not be totally coordinated. Then he says good night in German. Guten Nacht für heute. Daily log, May 23rd, 1978. I am reminded of the log that I have been reading to my students. Hiram W. French, Chuck's great-uncle, wrote about his experiences during the Civil War. I don't think that this log, my log, will ever be as exciting as his log. Years from now, maybe someone will enjoy reading this, however. Interesting. Belgium and French troops have scheduled the rebels' onslaught into Zaire, though hundreds of whites were killed by the rebels. 10 top women of the country were chosen. Natalie Cole received one of the awards. I believe Sarah Caldwell did last year. And there is much more in the news, too, but that's all for me for this entry. Donald, I presume, will return tomorrow from his flying adventure with his Uncle Don. He'll have much to tell. Judy went to Mutual with me this evening. We rehearsed with Sue Newell after Mutual. She is singing Sunday, and Judy, Nancy, and I, David Millis, too, are singing background quartets for her. Good night. Daily log, May 24th, 1978. Judy asked me to express my opinion on occasion concerning any particular development, not just to write the things that have happened today and today. I am too tired to elaborate on any happenings this evening. I will write this, though, that I am very pleased that my children took time out to write notes to me this evening. However, I'd like to receive notes anytime and not just at the time that they refer to as something serious. Interesting. They were concerned for fear I would spank them. I won't. It really isn't serious. The wheelbarrow really isn't damaged very much. The serious aspect of the accident would be if someone had been injured. I don't remember what he's talking about there. I had a drill in Manchester this evening. A drill means he was in the National Guard. I had a drill in Manchester this evening. Memorial Day parades will be on Tuesday. One in Concord in the morning and one in Manchester in the afternoon. My middle school baseball team lost today 5-2. 5 unanswered runs. We won yesterday for by a score of 12-9. Donald returned today. He really enjoyed himself. He'll be in Alaska Sunday. In the news, I've read that many are concerned that organized crime will infiltrate the casino establishments in Atlantic City and New Jersey and anywhere where this get something for nothing attitude prevails. I believe it. I wonder if the Bruins will win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to have a bite to eat and go to bed. Good night. Daily Log, May 25th, 1978. Dave Pinkham told me that some of my ball players were rude and unduly critical of umpires in yesterday's game. We both feel that many of the boys are spoiled and cannot accept the fact that they may lose. We will win tomorrow, and we'll be good spirits too. Be good sports too. Judy and I visited with Betty and Helen this evening, Betty Jessup and Helen Jessup. Helen was listening to the Red Sox, who were ahead 5-2, and watching the Bruins, who were behind 2-1. I always enjoy visiting with the Jessups. Jim's presence is often felt. How Walt Garger loved that man. Walter Garger was a doctor in Laconia. Of course, and so was Jim Jessup. He was a doctor. Of course, I think the world of Walt Garger because of his very successful operation on my back. I was reading about how organized crime has infiltrated the Teamsters Union. This is brought to my attention because of one speaker in the school yesterday who spoke of how the Teamsters have gained for the employees of trucking companies such high hourly wages, $9.73 an hour, and I need a summer job. Until tomorrow and all the tomorrows, I'll be indebted to that something that has prompted me to keep a diary, daily log. I am thinking of a special person. Good night. Yes, I've got to find time to practice tomorrow. The Elijah performance is in 2 weeks. Daily Log, May 26, 1978. We lost today. A few parents were upset with me, but I have played everyone. I am glad it is the end of the season. Tomorrow I am going to Amherst, Massachusetts for a lesson. I am 40 years old. I wonder if I'll ever amount to anything as far as my voice is concerned. Today I really do want to move to Utah. Donald and I have visited with 2 families this evening. I enjoy visiting the Downings very much. I am not always diligent in my callings, but I try to visit with our assigned families. I sometimes wonder why all do not visit with their families. PUC grants PS Company of New Hampshire rate increase. That's the news today. This rate increase will pay for CWIP QUIP costs. I remember this. QUIP costs, something to do when they were building the Seabrook nuclear power plant. The question is this legal? Red Sox management is concerned with increased drinking at Fenway Park. Duh, you think? The park used to be a family affair. Judy finished her nursery school today. Good night. And I'll be back.